So in this video, we're going to review factoring when a is 1 in 5 minutes or less. So before you factor, your trinomial must always be in standard form. So that means x squared comes first, and then bx, and then c, which is the constant term. So x squared plus 4x plus 3 is an example of a trinomial that's in standard form. So when we have our trinomial in standard form, we need to find factor pairs that are going to multiply to the c term, and they're going to add up to the b term. So if we look at our example, x squared plus 4x plus 3, we need two numbers that are going to multiply to 3 and add up to 4. So the factor pair that works in this example is going to be 1 and 3, because 1 times 3 is equal to 3, and also 1 plus 3 is equal to 4. So when we factor this trinomial, we're going to write it as x plus 1 times x plus 3. So when we work on our factors, we also need to figure out the signs. The signs of c and b are going to determine the signs of our factors. If c is positive, both our factors will have the same sign. So we either have two positive numbers or two negative numbers. If b is positive, both our factors will be positive. If b is negative, both our factors will be negative. If c is negative, our factors will have opposite signs. So we'll have a positive and a negative factor, or a negative and a positive factor. If b is positive, we're going to go to our list and we're going to make the bigger factor positive. If b is negative, we're going to make the bigger factor negative. So let's look at this example. Let's factor x squared plus 6x plus 8. So this is in standard form. We have x squared plus bx plus c. So we need to find the factors of 8 that are going to add to 6. So I'm going to start off by listing out the factors of 8. The factors of 8 are 1 and 8 and 2 and 4. Now let's determine the signs. C is positive, so our factors will have the same sign. B is 6, which is also positive, so both our factors will be positive. So I'm going to leave the signs just as they are. So 1 plus 8 equals 9, which is not the sum that we need. 2 plus 4 equals 6, which is the sum. So we are going to write our trinomial as x plus 2 times x plus 4. So now let's factor x squared minus 5x minus 14. So this is in standard form, x squared plus bx plus c. So we're going to look for two factors of negative 14 that are going to add up to negative 5. So I'm going to start off listing the factors, but for now I'm just going to ignore the negative. I'm just going to write out the factors of 14. So I have 1 and 14 and 2 and 7. Now let's figure out the signs. So in this case, c is negative, so our factors will have opposite sign, and our b value is also negative. So the bigger factor is going to be negative. So I'm going to go to my list and I'm going to make just the bigger factor and all of these negative. Now I'm going to figure out the sums. 1 plus negative 14 equals negative 13, and that's not the sum that we need. 2 plus negative 7 is negative 5, which is the pair that we need. So we're going to write our trinomial as x plus 2 times x minus 7. And so there you go. That's factoring when a is 1 in 5 minutes or less.